The Nigerian army has dismissed reports of missing soldiers and military vehicles after a Boko Haram attack on troops at Boboshe village in Bama local government area, Borno State. An army spokesman affirms that suspected Boko Haram militants had tried to seize military vehicles in an attempted attack on troops in Bama, but they had been repelled by troops backed by the Air Force. Security expert Patrick Agbamu now joins me to discuss the development. Patrick, thanks for joining us on the news at this time. What exactly was your initial reaction to this report by the Nigerian army, given a rebuttal to the earlier reports that certain soldiers and their military vehicles were missing?
It's quite unfortunate that the Boko Haram insurgents were able to attack and actually inflicted some casualties on the side of the Nigerian army. It's sad enough. When the army came up with the information that nothing as serious as that happened, I know that a lot of Nigerians were disturbed. But one thing we must do as Nigerians is that we must, as much as possible, try to believe our institutions, even when they come out with information. There may have been some reasons why there are needs for us not to escalate situations and wait for official information to come out before the media can escalate it. I think a lot of people had read meanings that the Nigerian army is trying to cover up, but we know that all over the world, in a situation like this, there are issues of national security that is so important, which the media in Nigeria should help to dive into. So, put the chief of army staff that media is the oxygen of these insurgents. So we must be able to, even though we want to report the accurate situation of what happened, we must be able to the institutions.
What really would you say is the implication of this conflicting report, especially when it's coming from an international media?
My position in this is that the extent that was reported, no, because our own investigation have proven that it was not to what was said, that about 8 vehicles made up of troops or more than 600 soldiers and officers are missing. That is not true. There was an attack on the army location. That foreign media reporting on local media, quoting foreign media, and more should not give into the calculation or the expectations of foreign agencies. Once I agree that this situation, this fight, have some foreign backings and support, and they would portray that they are still winning the fight. I know to a large extent that yes, Boko Haram have been downgraded. They do not have that same energy or capacity to cause havoc like they used to do. But there's still some elements of them that are still wanting to announce their presence, wanting to show that they can still wreak some havoc. Yes, that's the responsibility on all of us, particularly the media, is not to encourage their exploits, not to celebrate their exploits. I think we must, even if international media reports it, we must be able to look at how to, if not censorship now, but looking at a way to balance the issue, because we must protect our national security.
Perhaps the question lies on what the public is meant to believe. This is not the first time that the Nigerian army is having to debunk information like this. Recall that the last time Amnesty International came up with a report, a damning report on the operations of the Nigerian military in the Northeast. It came out to say it is totally wrong. What is the means of verification of all of this fact from the point of view of a security expert?
Yeah, yeah, as a security expert and also a media practitioner, I have had privilege. In fact, 2 weeks ago, when I was in the theater of operation, I was in the Northeast with my team, and we can report to you accurately what we saw on ground and what is happening. Most of the media or people that are quoting foreign medias or have not visited the theater. They have not been to the Northeast to actually know what is happening. Even some of these foreign media that are reporting do not, their presence are not there. They just depend on information people give them. And what is the credibility of this information? These are open for actual analysis. Notwithstanding that there may be some accuracy, because in this situation, yes, there was an attack, but like I said, it's not as bad as it was stated. And the Nigerian Army, in rebuffing it, did not say that there was no attack. They said there was an attack, but really it was not as bad as was being reported. And as we speak, the theater commander of Operation Lafia Dole yesterday actually addressed the press to say, yes, there was an attack. We have been able to repair all the attack and recover whatever territory that those people seems to talked about taking. So I think Nigerians should be able to believe the institution if we must collectively win the fight against insurgency. As a security expert, I believe that there are ways you handle fights like this, wars like this. All over the world, you do not give energy, give power to the aggressor by celebrating them. We have thought of that the media should buy into the national security matrix to be able to understand that we must protect our situation, whatever is happening. But not to say that we must report the wrong information. We must give the people the information as to need-to-know basis. There is what is called need-to-know basis. What we do not need the public to know, then there's no need to let them know, so they will not create a lot of panic. Because when that information came out, there were a lot of people who were even calling me from Yobe State to find out what is the true situation. I said, you people are on ground. We are reading this information. You should tell me what is on ground. But they say, as far as they're concerned, people are moving about, no problem. But the information they are reading is contrary to what is being reported. So I think there's need for responsibility.
I'm afraid we have to leave it there. Security expert Patrick Agbamu, thank you very much for joining us on the news at this time.
Thank you very much.